Once again, I just wake up, and the first thing I see on my Instagram is a poster from Santa Monica Studio. A new screenshot has been posted from their Instagram. It appears to be a Valkyrie. It could be teasing the return of the Valkyries. This wouldn't surprise me because back in God of War 4, Mimir explains that the Valkyries were escorts to Valhalla for the worthy. They balanced the scales of the dead so they wouldn't overflow the realms, as we learned in God of War 4. I wouldn't be surprised if we had the three main Valkyries return, and possibly a new one. The main three I imagine would be Sigrun, the Valkyrie Queen, Vandis, Freya, and Gná, the new Valkyrie Queen. Now this statue reminds me of Vandis' armor, but it could be teasing a new foe we have yet to meet. This brings me to my next topic, the Valhalla door that we first see in the trailer. Above the door we see runes, and what they translate to, from what I can tell, is master thyself. And the more I think about this concept with Valhalla, the more I wonder if this is the true Valkyrie Council that Mimir spoke of in God of War 4, but you can debunk that in the comments if you want. When we open the doors and we pass through the golden light, we find ourselves on what I can assume as the main hub of Valhalla, with a single chest in the center. What makes this chest interesting is the symbol that hovers above it. This is the brand of the Holger brothers, aka Brock and Sindri, which makes me wonder what lies within. Maybe this chest will present upgrades for either the Leviathan Axe, the Blades of Chaos, or the Draupnir Spear. Though, I can imagine you can only pick one up as you venture further into Valhalla. Remember, this is a roguelike. This theory was brought up to me by YouTubera. Go check out the channel, they're pretty interesting. Within the trailer, as the action begins to play, we see a new flying type creature. It's not anything unfamiliar from what we've fought before, but the pattern is definitely new. Though, what I want to talk about here is when Kratos supposedly dies from the attack, we hear the iconic sound of the O button, or the circle button from the Greek saga.
No shame in what just happened. It's all part of the process.
If you've played the Greek saga, you would know that this is the interact button when Kratos performs his finishing blow on enemies when they were in a weakened state. It's pretty good to hear that this sound has returned back to the fans. Obviously, as we all heard, during the action we can hear another iconic theme from the Greek saga. This is the theme of the infamous vengeful Spartan from the original God of War series, so a lot of Ghost of Sparta ties. On the image I'm posting on screen here, this one, I couldn't tell if this was a new area or if this was somewhere else that we have ventured into before. But with the context clues we were given by the blog, I think it's safe to say that this area is the destroyed Asgard, or the aftermath of Asgard after Ragnarok. And what we're looking at is Surtur's sword slammed into the ground of Asgard. Now that we've gotten these out of the way, I wish to lay out some theories, or give some meat to the previous theories. Kratos has ventured into Valhalla to face the echoes of his past life, and that comes with the sins as well. Valhalla opens the doors for many returning enemies to challenge the Ghost of Sparta. As we see the Cyclops, it's very clear that the iconic Greek creatures will be returning. Now, I understand before, I said that I wasn't expecting any gods to appear in this DLC, but if the rules of the dead are the same as the rules of hell, maybe Valhalla uses illusions to challenge the worthies into mastery. If this is true, then we could see the return of Baldur, Magni, Modi, Heimdall, and even Thor. Now, why do I exclude Odin from this list? Well, when spending time with Odin as Atreus, he tells us that there is no Valhalla when he dies, hence the spark of his entire goal on learning what happens next. Though Valhalla could bring back the Norse gods, who's to say that we won't even see the Greek gods? It's clear that we will see the creatures of the Greek saga, but it wouldn't be the first time we've witnessed Zeus within the Norse saga. As we know, there's the section in Helheim, both sections in Helheim, where we see Zeus in this illusion type form. Though to get into that topic would be opening Pandora's box. In my last video, I mentioned Kratos would likely meet or even fight his younger self. Many of you in the comments were excited to see this theory, but I feel I have to give more meat to this bone. When I mentioned this theory, I did so with the mindset of God of War 1 Ares boss fight, where Kratos had to fight copies of himself in order to protect his family. Though one comment caught my eye, and I was shocked that I didn't think about this myself. A Fear Kratos boss fight. Fear Kratos would be perfect for Valhalla's setting, as this version of Kratos is the darkest of them all. At this point of the story, he had already slain all the Greek gods and left the Greek pantheon in ruins. This could possibly lead to the power of hope returning as a final key for Kratos to master himself, and that final key would be self-forgiveness. Once Kratos forgives himself, I can see him returning back to the Greek pantheon to rebuild and be the god he chooses to be, not those who have been. This idea was brought to my attention by the viewer DJ McWaffle2. Thank all of you. My God of War Valhalla video is doing amazing, and the overwhelming support has kept me smiling for the past 2 days. I never imagined people would listen to what I had to say about my favorite franchise, but you all proved me wrong. I welcome the new 42 subscribers, and many more yet to come. This channel has a lot to offer, from gaming, animations, and now theories and analytic breakdowns. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. Bye bye.